You know what you should be worried about today? One of the most important issues facing America, what sort of garment Harry Styles wraps his lower body in, at least according to Candace Owens, who responded to the fact that he had been on the cover of a magazine wearing something like a dress by saying, there is no society that can survive without strong men. The East knows this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. It is an outright attack. Bring back manly men. So what sent her into this downward spiral? This photo of Harry Styles. So if the news didn't demand it of me, I would never talk about Harry Styles. I don't care about Harry Styles. He had a pretty good episode of SNL. I've never listened to any of his music. I'm gonna guess that a lot of women probably look at that photo and think, not bad, if I had to guess. But that right there, that's the downfall of society. Bring back manly men like Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson. Bring them back. We can't survive without. But he's not even American, I don't think. Isn't he from the UK? Like, we got our own things to worry about. You know, people are dying of COVID. They don't have health insurance, buried in student loan debt. The economy's not doing so well. But we should worry about Harry Styles. We have more, Francesca, including some other takes from right wingers. But what do you think about Candace Owens' fashion critiques there?
I mean, look, man, you got a bunch of proud boys who can't wear big boy pants marching through the streets of DC, aggressing on anyone they come across with. They're all manly men. They got AR-15s, right? Isn't this what we're supposed to celebrate? Just unmitigated violence and toxic masculinity. It is so sad where the BS myth of manly men has gotten us. Now about this photo, notice the only thing that feels effeminate, the only thing is that it's a big jacket, a like trendy cool jacket that someone decided to just drape in a V. That's it, that's really all it is. If he had pulled it all the way up to his neck and exposed his clearly amazing body, it would have been fine. You're triggered by an angle, straight up, that's it.
Look, Franny. So look, there are other photos of him where he's in something that's much more clearly a dress or whatever. But again, like, who cares? Who cares? You're right, that outfit, like, I have a feeling he's draping it off himself because he likes his body. You know, some guys are blessed with their bodies. Harry Styles, Donald Trump, some of them just got it, you know, and they want to flaunt it. And so he's flaunting it.
Yeah, but this is the other thing though. And this is, I think, look, when it comes to gender nonconformity and really imploding the gender binary, which we know triggers the right like crazy, this is the stuff. Like, this is what they go for, and that's really what Harry Styles like meant to do. You know, it's like, yeah, get triggered, freak out because I'm wearing a dress. Do you know, does it matter whether my sexuality, whether I like men or women? No. Does my gender matter? No. And I think this is this generational divide that, like, man, even when I was in school, we didn't have that kind of like understanding or openness, but I think young Zoomers truly do. That your presentation of your sexuality and your gender have nothing to do with one another. Your presentation of whatever you want to wear, it's like more power to you. If you can pull it off, it's fly. You know, so, and I love that. I love that about, I think, what an embrace of, and what really queer culture has done to this country is really allow us to let go of the gender binary so strongly that has wrongly defined us, right?
Yeah. Now, yes, there's more on this. You know, it would be one thing if Candace Owens just sat out there by herself looking like an idiot, but this is right-wing grift, and there's money to be made here. So others are gonna jump in front to make clear to their audience that they're just as stupid in this way. And so we've got a couple, including manly men such as Ben Shapiro, who says to her comment, "This is perfectly obvious. Anyone who pretends that it is not a referendum on masculinity for men to don floopy dresses is treating you as a full-on idiot. I subscribe to all of this. I believe that this is what men should be like." Matt Walsh says Candace Owens is trending because a bunch of whiny idiots are mad that she said men who wear dresses aren't manly. So look at the flaccid mental jujitsu right there. The people who are pushing back against her attacking Harry Styles, they're whiny. Her totally bringing up out of nowhere his magazine cover, that's not whiny. Her implying that any man would dare to wear clothes she doesn't approve of, that's not whiny. It's people who are just responding to her like, dude, just live your life. Or like maybe my opinion is considered whiny, where I say, I think the very idea of a real man is stupid. Like as Francesca said, it's a self-imposed prison that means literally nothing. But if there is a real man, you know what real men don't do? Go around worrying a lot about what other men wear on their legs. Yes. I don't think a strong alpha man is like, a skirt, how could you? I don't think that's what they do. I just don't.
Ben Shapiro, what an emblem of masculinity. You know, when I think masculine, manly man, I think, just a higher octave than letting a balloon air out, just like, but like imagine if that were a person, like, that's Ben Shapiro. That is the manliest man, the guy who doesn't like WAP because it scares him.
I was just gonna say.
Who doesn't even doesn't even think WAP is a thing. But also, can I just make a plug for floofy dresses? Okay, everyone should wear a floofy dress in their lifetime. As a teenager, I would go into Bloomingdale's, try on all the floofy dresses, not buy a single one, just to sort of feel pretty and whatever, and like wear something you'd never wear ever, 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 ever. Every man, woman, child, and in between should wear a floofy dress. I think everyone should wear a suit. I love suits. I think they look amazing. I've never really like pulled off a nice suit, but like, ooh, they're so clean and beautiful. But same with floofy dresses. Wear a floofy dress. Go into a Bloomingdale's. Go into a dressing room. Get a whatever size you need. Try it on. Yeah. It'll make you feel better. I mean, maybe when COVID is done, but it will make you feel better. I swear to God.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I also want to credit Manny Fidel on Twitter for agreeing with her, saying, "Hell yes, bring back manly men like the founding fathers." Those dudes are butch. The man who single-handedly made America. Let's take a look at him. That's a man. That's a real man. Look at my horse's butt. I'm a man. Because that's a Mike
Pence man right there.
The whole thing is just so stupid. And people in the chat are talking about kilts, for instance. That's a great point. So Ben Shapiro, in his long chain of thoughts about this, says that's a stupid argument, but he doesn't actually engage with it. He gets that it's out there, that yes, there are cultures where the manliest men wear things that are basically skirts or dresses, but he won't engage with it because that would require actually acknowledging that what is masculine or feminine changes over time and by geography. It's arbitrary, it shifts. It used to be that you'd wear a big dress, like a big wig, and you'd powder your cheeks and everything, and that was considered manly. It changes even within our own lifetime. What hairstyle is considered manly? All of it's arbitrary. He doesn't want to actually open up his mind to that realization that none of it means literally anything. And to the extent that it does, if you have one man who literally could not put on a dress without feeling so nervous and concerned about what people think about him, and another man who can, masculinity is stupid, but that guy clearly has more of whatever it is. He's clearly more comfortable with himself, and that at the end of the day is what we're talking about. We're talking about people accruing a sense of confidence and competence, and that has nothing to do with your gender or your identity or anything. It's something that all of us has to come to grips with, but they are very scared about that. They want constrained rules that they can sort of follow and then feel comfortable. Like, I've done it. I've done what I had to do to be considered a man.
Yo, Photoshop Ben Shapiro's face on every single Vogue cover and tell me by the end of the week if he's not like, I love that. That's amazing. Hey, I wore that better than Beyonce. Like, he would love it. It's jealousy. It is absolute jealousy. The fact that Harry Styles pulled it off, the fact that he was unafraid to do it, and that you're just stuck in your own little prison is jealousy. Candace Owens is on some other BS. Candace Owens is like literally just finding ways to still be relevant.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a sense of desperation to it. Yeah, and by the way, just two other quick thoughts. One, go track down Jordan Yule's tweet about this because he points out that we should bring back manly men, and he has an awesome photo of Ken Klippenstein. Anyway, but then also, and this is just an appeal, I do it every once in a while to any of the, whether you're a Trump fan or just a conservative who's watching this. When I attack conservative masculinity, I'm not necessarily attacking you. I probably am. I'm not necessarily attacking you. I'm not saying necessarily that conservatives are betas or cucks, to use your terms. I'm just saying the guys you choose to represent you are 100% beta cucks. You're like, seriously, like Tucker Carlson, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, all these are your, like, you guys care about masculinity more than literally anything. And these are the guys that you choose to represent you. I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson wore a bow tie for years. Really?
Now,
okay.
If he had pulled it off, awesome. You know who probably could pull it off? I bet Harry Styles probably looks pretty good in a bow tie. But Tucker, you didn't. And you were too stupid to realize it for years until Jon Stewart forced you to take a look in the mirror. And you didn't like what you saw. Anyway. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.